Nigel here at the Peterborough and Kawarthas Chamber of Commerce. We are welcoming everyone to our BOSS series, which is Business Owners Sharing Solutions. So thank you to our BOSS sponsors, Bell and Lynn Woodcroft, the sales representative with Royal LePage Frank Real Estate. Excellent sponsors. They've been with us for a long time on both sides, and we really appreciate all that they bring to the chamber and their willingness to support local business. And today's topic is grow online. So I'll introduce to you a familiar face to many, Heather Watson. She is the owner of Acorn 30, and we are excited to have her here, and she will introduce her team for us as well. Thank you for being here, Heather.
Awesome. Thank you, Nigel. So great that we can be here today. My team here. So first of all, let me just back up. I don't even know where to start. JC, let's start with JC. Can you do me a favor and pop that presentation up? You're a co-presenter, right? You're going to run the slides for us today? Awesome. Thank you. So Nigel, as you said, I am the creative director with Acorn 30, and today we're here to talk to you about the Digital Service Squad, to let folks know what services are available to them, to help them modernize, digitize, and it's all for free. So it's a really valuable service for businesses. Next slide, please, JC. Before we get into the Digital Service Squad, though, a little bit about Acorn 30. So we are a marketing agency that typically specializes in manufacturing and agriculture, but we do a lot of work in small business as well. As a business owner myself and somebody who's worked in small business for most of my life around marketing, it's something that's very near and dear to me. So although we specialize in manufacturing and ag, we really work with any clients in the areas of marketing strategy, lead generation, my things in the way, so I can't even read what that says, marketing automation, and content marketing. Our team here on the call today, I don't think we have a slide to introduce the individual team members, but we have JC Condon Houghton, who is a Digital Service Squad member. Wave hello, JC. JC will be talking a little bit further on about the digital transformation grant that is available to a number of businesses. And then we also have Jess Watson, who is Acorn 30's project manager, and she is also a Digital Service Squad member. We have actually had the great fortune of working with this Digital Service Squad program in the East Kawartha region and the former chamber side of things since late 2019. Interestingly, the program started before the pandemic. And then once the pandemic started, obviously digital adaptation for small business became increasingly important. So that program continued on different versions, different iterations. And we've had the great fortune of working with that. And Jess has worked alongside on that program as well, whereas JC is new to the team. Next slide, please, JC. So about the Digital Service Squad. So I want to, right off the top, clear up kind of a common misnomer. We love our acronyms, I guess, but the Digital Service Squad is the DSS. It is not to be mistaken for the Digital Transformation Grant, the DTG, which again, JC will talk about the grant that's available, but the qualifiers are relatively the same. One is free services, which is the Service Squad, and the other one is free money, which is the grant. It seems really straightforward, but they're all run by through the same partners, through the same organization, so people tend to mix them up. So the Digital Service Squad is effectively free resources available to local businesses where you can get access to trained digital specialists. That would be JC, Jess, or myself, to provide you with one-on-one support to help you put new technology into your business. And Jess will talk a little bit about some of the examples. It doesn't have to be life-changing technology adaptation of new tools and hardware, but it could be. It could be just simple stuff like, I don't know how to upload a picture to my website. And we love being able to help businesses and enable them and teach them how to do that. So really, the way the Service Squad works is you would book an appointment with through JC, and there's a kind of a registration sign-up process that you have to go through to identify yourself as a small business. And we can do those visits either in person or virtually, whatever you prefer. It's funny because originally in 2019, the thought was like, wait, there's a lot of geography to cover in the East Kawartha region, Axley and down all the way. let's try and do as many of these appointments as virtual as possible. And there was pushback. And then 2020 hit. Everybody's like, let's do this by Zoom. It was great. Of course, lesson one was, this is how you Zoom, right? But we've all evolved since then, which is fantastic. And that's just some of the, the learning that we've seen just as a business community and as individuals around adopting digital technology. JC, next slide, please. So the program itself, the Digital Service Squad program, is funded by an organization, Digital Main Street, that supports that. And really, Digital Main Street is a massive partnership. You can see the logo fest there between Google and MasterCard, Microsoft, Shopify, Lightspeed, Square, Facebook, and QuickBooks Online. It is running now effectively through until March of 2024. Don't wait until then to reach out, though, because we can talk to you again and again and again and help you with things, give you some takeaways, come back a few months later and give you some more homework to adopt that technology. The program itself, there was a total of $40 million in funding to release to support small business for this leg of Digital Main Street. And that's now, not just here, of course, that's nationwide. There's lots of provinces and small communities that are participating in it. And we do provide support with the Digital Transformation Grant, to help you be best positioned to qualify for that grant. The Digital Service Squad program, access to support and digital training. There are online tools and resources, self-guided, you can scrub through, watch videos to help you in very specific areas. If it's something that you're looking to learn, say, start doing a newsletter or adopt a CRM or something, all kinds of access to training and support. And they're going to be running a series of webinars. So when you sign up to Digital Main Street, even if you have no intention to access our services as the Digital Service Squad or even access the funding, there's lots of tools and resources available for you through the experts and network that they've put together through Digital Main Street. And I think that's the last slide I'm talking about. No, there's one. Yeah, Jason, give me the nod. Yes, great. So now I'm going to throw it over to Jess, who will talk a little bit about some of the businesses and types of things that we've done in the past, based on her experience in working with the local small business community. Jess?
Awesome. Thanks, Heather. So like Heather mentioned, I'm going to give a few examples of some things we've done. Like Heather said, we've been doing this since late 2019. So we've viewed many different issues that small businesses have had, many different opportunities to teach them and grow. There's many different things. Every business doesn't have the same issue. So we always love helping in any way that we can when it relates to digital presence. JC, if you could go to the next slide. Social media for small businesses has been sometimes a barrier for small businesses when they don't know how to use it or how to connect your business Instagram to your business Facebook, or when you should be posting, what times you should be posting, how frequently you should be posting. That's all things that we've helped businesses with in the past, and we'll continue to always give that support over the next couple of years. So if that's something that you're struggling with, just reach out to us and we'd be happy to meet over any form of about anything on social media, not just Facebook and Instagram. There's many options. Next slide. Thank you. Google My Business, as we all know, Google My Business exists. It is changing its name to Google Business Profile Manager, or Google Business Profile Manager. So you may see those changes coming through. You may be getting emails about them, having questions. Feel free to reach out. Our team is well equipped to help you master your Google My Business or the new Google Business Profile Manager. Thanks. We also help with content creation. I know it's tough to decide what you should be posting and all of that. So we help come up with plans, different ideas of things that you can post, things you might not have thought about before, any of that sort of stuff. We're always happy to help with that. As well as audits, if you've got a website and things like that, and you're not sure how to make your website better or how to do something better, we're always happy to go through and do a website audit or a social media audit to help provide you further guidance for your business. We also do provide marketing resources, so we help you with all things towards marketing, and that includes when you're looking to spend your funding. If you qualify and get the Digital Transformation Grant, we're always happy to help with those sorts of things as well. We also have helped many businesses in the past come up with blog ideas and help with content creation for their blogs. I know blogs can seem daunting, but they really are not that bad once you get started and have a plan to get them done. So we're always happy to help with creating your blogs. And funding, as JC is going to talk about it a little bit in the future here today, but we're happy to help you qualify for those grants to see if you're eligible, walk you through the funding steps for the digital transformation grant and help you with your money spends and your reporting on that. But we're also always happy to help you find other sources of funding outside of the digital transformation grant, especially because not all businesses will qualify for the digital transformation grant. So we're always happy to help you find those additional sources. And training, we always are looking to help everyone grow, not just certain businesses. So if there's anything that we can do outside of Digital Main Street videos and webinars and trainings, we're happy to provide that one-on-one training assistance for you. And I believe that's all of mine, JC. So I'll pass it over to you. Thank you.
If I can interrupt 1 second, sorry, JC. The 360 photos as well. We have a 360-degree camera. We'll go into your place of business and take that 360 photo that can be then put on your website, but also used in the, I'm going to call Google My Business, the new Google Profile Manager, into that and into Google Maps and what have you. So we can come to your location and do that for you as well.
All right, thank you, Heather and Jess. I am now here to talk to you about the Digital Transformation Grant 4.0. Now, as the new Service Squad team member, I would like you to think of me as your point of contact to help streamline you to get access to digital tools, support, and grant funding. The Digital Transformation Grant 4.0 is meant to help small businesses adopt digital technologies and to remain competitive in a modern economy. We focus on 3 primary objectives: perform ongoing support to local businesses, conduct a knowledge transfer through online training and support, and to provide you with the resources to make all that happen with access to a $2,500 grant. A lot of things are covered in this grant that you can use to help your business grow and digitally transform to get to the next level. Digital marketing costs, such as hiring a trained professional to execute digital initiatives, website costs related to redesign or improvement, and to an existing website if you don't want to make a new one, production costs for video and photography, implementing e-commerce, and accessibility compliance fees. As far as software, it covers graphic design, productivity, social media, and security-related software costs, as well as others. And with the digital training, you get ongoing digital training courses in both in-person and online. And with hardware, point-of-sale systems and all hardware that's deemed necessary in accordance with the OBIAA, they make that call. And you can apply now as of June 21st. Applications are open, which will run till October 31st or until funding runs out. But if funding is still available after the fact, then the next application period is from January to September 2023. Now, as a first step, because anyone can get access to support on Digital Main Street, you don't need to qualify for the funding. So start off by creating your account on Digital Main Street, and then you can access all the support and training tools, and then it leads you into the next step, which is the requirements to get the funding. Once you register on Digital Main Street, you then complete an online digital assessment to measure your digital literacy, and you use it as a personalized roadmap to tell you where you're at your business. Then you have to pass the eligibility and the pre-qualification quiz. And once you receive approval, they'll let you know in your email. Be sure to check your spam folder because we will let you know either way. You then are required to complete online training because we don't just want to give you the money and have you on your way. We want to empower you to have the skills to take. So The required videos are in Module 1 on Digital Main Street, and they take about 2.5 hours to complete altogether. But keep in mind, you do need to mark as completed after every video to track your progress on your Digital Main Street account, or it won't count. Next, you want to develop a digital transformation plan to outline your digital needs and the strategy you'll put forth with that funding. And as a digital service squad member, I can assist you through all of these steps, whether you're tech savvy or not. That is what I'm here for. And then there's also additional financial requirements that will be needed that we have resources for you. Now, how do you get the grant? I bet you're probably wondering that right about now. To be an eligible business, you need to be a registered brick and mortar in Ontario with anywhere from 1 to 50 employees. That's a small business. You have to pay taxes, commercial property, either through rent or a leasing agreement, can't be month to month. And you have to conduct business face-to-face, in-person sales, a consuming-facing business. That is a big point. And some ineligible businesses include startups, franchises, non-for-profits, and wholesalers. And you can go to that link to get a full list of who is eligible and who is not. Now, if you're not sure if you qualify, or you want to have more information on how you could, or if you're just interested in getting one-on-one support or recommendations on how we can help improve your existing digital strategy, then book a consultation with me, because I am your point person with the Digital Service Squad. You can call me, you can email me at jc@acorn30 to set up an appointment, or you can book directly right through our website and book a time that's open in the calendar. I'm always available Monday to Friday. I'd love to talk to you. I'm here to help. We want to know your goals and how that we can help your business grow. And that applies to eligible grant businesses or not. And my contact information is left up on the page, and as well as the important links in case you want to follow them to do some more research on eligibility or to sign up and register to get started.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, JC, Heather, and Jess. We're going to open it up. I'm assuming this slide is questions. We can open it up to questions at this point. If anyone has anything, you feel free, like I said, raise your hand, put it in the chat, or just get our attention, or even just unmute and start talking. And I'll give you some time here if you have any questions. I do have a couple myself, but also from members when I was talking about this event as well. So I can jump in with those, but if anyone has to go first. All right, I'm going to go ahead, and then feel free to jump in after. So a couple things just to clarify. I know you talked about, like you've mentioned, like the whole, like when you were talking about POS systems and the different hardware involved. If a company who offers like a service, like let's say a trade, if they want to move more digital, not necessarily in the selling part of things, but even like how they do their invoicing and how they do things as a business on the behind the scenes end, is that something that would qualify for this, to have them, they can get into the digital world on like how they do their invoicing and that kind of a way? Or is it more just if you're looking at the e-commerce side?
So fun fact, we worked on the presentation. We didn't really talk about who was going to field questions.
That explains
we had that all under control.
The
The short answer is yes. As long, again, as to qualify for the digital transformation grant, that service-based business or even a hard goods business would still need a bricks and mortar store, pay taxes, commercial taxes, that is, that kind of thing. For the digital service squad, if they're looking to, create some integrations between QuickBooks Online and their CRM, if they're looking to adopt a CRM to create and streamline some internal processes, then they would qualify for support with that as well. The grant could be to, if they do qualify for the grant, could be used, if that was the objective, could be used for getting training in those particular, software applications. Some software licensing is part of or is permitted within the grant as well. So it could even cover perhaps a portion of the first year software service, for example.
Okay, very cool. Because I know that is something that comes up with different trades and services when they hear about this. So that's good to know. Thank you for that answer. Anyone else have anything they would like to ask? Oh, Jessica, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the turnaround time would be. So if someone were to say they were already part of Digital Main Street and they apply for the grant, what would the turnaround time be for it if they are accepted?
I can jump.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't remember what the goal is anyways.
Usually it's 10 business days. It just depends on the number of grants being submitted at that time. So if 20,000 people submit, they're not going to get through it in 2 weeks. But if there's only a few thousand, then they'll likely get through it within that 2 business weeks or 10 business days.
And just on that, I should also note that businesses, last time around, we did help a lot of businesses out of the Digital Service Squad that didn't qualify for the grant for various reasons. Maybe they didn't have a bricks and mortar store, but they're a creator and they're working from their home office. They may also qualify for another program under Digital Main Street called Shop Here. Now we, Acorn 30, we don't implement that program at all. That's done through Digital Main Street directly, but we can refer folks over to that. And the Shop Here program basically will venture to build you an e-commerce website or help you update your e-commerce website so that you can sell, your creations online, and it doesn't. Square was one of those providers, as is Shopify, and I think there was a third partner that was recently added.
Lightspeed was the third one.
Lightspeed, that's right.
Very cool. And I know you guys talked about social medias and stuff. I'm assuming, I don't want to assume anything actually, but would that include like if someone wanted to get in on TikTok and they just know nothing about it?
I'm glad JC's nodding. Yeah.
If you need basic support for even small things like that, you contact us and we walk you through it.
Awesome.
We do not teach dance steps.
We do not post on your behalf. Yeah.
All right. So if I need a group to do my TikTok dance with, it's not you guys, but you'll help me figure out how to get to that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And even have those higher level conversations, Nigel, and some of the work that we've done in the past about like, what platform should I even be on, right? All the cool kids are on TikTok, but it's like, well, where are your customers though, right? So, So having conversations with people, my experience with small business owners is we all wear so many different hats. And, it's difficult to try and do everything when it comes to social media, although it maybe seems like fun for folks or not. A lot of people don't even like, being in those forums. So the advice that we always give is like, well, just pick one that's like best targeted and do that one really, really well. So we can have those conversations. Same thing with perhaps if a small business is looking to use their funds or not funds, and they just want to redevelop their website. How do you choose what platform? Do I go with Wix? Do I go with Squarespace? Do I go with WordPress? Do I go with some other, there's so many platforms. And we can kind of give that objective analysis based on what their needs are and, what the costing is and do a bit of a cost benefit. So oftentimes a lot of the work that we do on the Digital Service Squad side is really just that coaching and helping people weigh options so that they can make the most informed decision, knowing that they're not being sold to about anything and really make the best decision.
Perfect. I'll just give a couple seconds to anyone else and then we'll wrap up here. All right, perfect. I guess you did too good of a job explaining it that no one had a lot of questions. So no, thank you so much again, JC, Heather, and Jess. We really appreciate that. It's always great to be able to share these programs with members. it's an excellent program to be a part of. So kudos on that, and awesome work that you guys do with that. And I've only ever heard glowing things from people last year. So yep, we'll spread this around and see if there's more people interested in applying for this. It's, like I said, a great program. So for those listening, if you're even debating it, stop hesitating and reach out, make that appointment, and see how this can be a benefit to your business. So we'll wrap up here quickly. Once again, thanking our sponsors, Bell and Lynn Woodcroft of Royal LePage Real Estate. Again, thank you so much for their sponsorships. Social media, as we're talking about social media, if you do have different accounts, feel free to tag us on that at the Chamber. We will be able to share that for you as well and get a little extra reach. The Business Exchange is happening again the first Tuesday in July, on July 5th. It'll be at the Holiday Inn here in town. It's actually a special one. It's combined with Team PTBO and Kawarthas. So we're joining up with our friends at PCAG Community Futures, DBIA, Innovation Cluster, and all of our networks of members. So a great chance to meet more people than just your normal chamber event. It's a little bit larger than that. It'll be a lot of fun. So come on out to that. And then the following week, we have a Chamber AM where we are actually featuring Jason Wilkins, who's fairly well known in this area and also expanding rapidly beyond this area. So we are very excited to have him able to share with us. And yeah, again, thank you so much to Heather and the Acorn 30 team. Always fantastic to hear your wisdom. We appreciate that a lot. And thank you for everyone coming out. And like I said, share this with anyone you think might benefit from it, as it is a great service that is able to be offered. And that is all. That concludes our June Boss event. Everybody wave goodbye, I guess.
Bye. Thank you, Chamber.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of the day.
Take care. Thanks.